Right on.
Right now at 6, a new home for veterans in need. We've got the details on the services being provided.
And no gluten, no problem. A local bakery had their grand opening today.
You're watching WKBT La Crosse. This is News 8 Now at 6.
Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us for News 8 Now at 6. I'm Ken Kozarowski.
And I'm Emily Brown.
We'll get to those stories in just a bit, but first, the man accused of attempted intentional homicide in La Crosse wants a new lawyer. Freeman Cole is accused of trying to strangle a woman to death in a storage garage. Judge Elliot Levine granted a public defender's motion to withdraw as Cole's lawyer. Cole says he's fighting for his freedom and wants a public defender who will communicate with him. The judge says another public defender will likely take his place. Cole then said he's willing to fire additional lawyers. Levine says he won't allow endless delays. Cole's got a preliminary hearing set for January 16th.
An Altoona man convicted of multiple child sex crimes was sentenced in Monroe County Court today. 44-year-old Eric Worth was found guilty for 8 charges, including 2 counts of child sexual exploitation and repeated sexual assault of a child. In a Monroe County courtroom today, several of his victims read impact statements. Before Worth's sentencing, Judge Ziegler addressed the need for punishment.
There needs to be some significant punishment for Mr. Worth. Mr. Worth engaged in horrible, disgusting, disturbing behavior for an extended period of time.
Worth is sentenced to 25 years in prison and another 15 years of extended supervision. He cannot have contact with any of his victims and must register as a sex offender.
One person is dead after a car crash in Viroqua. According to the Viroqua Police Department, just after 11 yesterday morning, officers responded to a call of a 2-vehicle crash on Main Street near the Viroqua Walmart. Their investigation found the vehicle leaving the Walmart parking lot did not yield to an oncoming pickup truck. That caused the truck to crash into the driver's side of the other vehicle. The driver of that vehicle was transported to the hospital where they were pronounced dead. The driver of the truck was also taken to the hospital and was treated and then released. The names of the people involved have not yet been released to the public.
Well, apparently we have cooler temperatures, some snow headed our way.
Yeah, definite changes headed our way for sure.
I do have plans to stay in and take down the Christmas decorations finally.
Nice. Yeah.
What about you?
Well, most of our interior is done. I'm going to have to get up on the roof one of these days and get the Christmas lights off of the roof.
Got to do it before the snow though, right, Greg?
Yeah, and I think tomorrow is actually National Take Down the Christmas Tree Day.
Perfect.
There we go.
So
Good planning.
Good day to get that done. But yeah, we do have cloud cover and a little bit of snow this weekend. Still mild temperatures throughout and just a little snow. Nothing too what we haven't expected, but enjoy the temperatures right now, because a week from now it's not going to be even close to this. But overall, we're still in the 30s for both locations. High temperatures days, once again, about 5 to 10 degrees above average for most locations. We're in the mid 30s for most. Overall, we have some activity on radar, but a lot of that is not reaching the ground. It's yet to dry, but that's what we're going to see, an increase in coverage as it goes further north. And I think eventually areas to the north of Eau Claire will see some of this reach the ground, but it will be a while. For right now, I'll give you an idea. This is near mile marker 60. They had some of that go over. You see the relative humidity is only 68%, so that's why it's not reaching the ground. But there's your front to the north that's going to begin to push into our area eventually, and we have a low to the south that's going to begin to push up. So the combination of those two are going to bring cloud cover and once again a little bit of light snow. For La Crosse, not expecting maybe a flurry, otherwise cloudy skies hovering around the freezing mark. Same story for Eau Claire. Could see a little bit of light snow begin to put in the area, especially north as you go towards later in the evening as we hover around the freezing mark. But do grab that we do have some potential this weekend for some areas, especially far north, to get a little snow and other areas to get a little bit too. But then we got bigger changes coming next week, which means several opportunities for snow and a big drop in temperatures as we really start to feel what winter is going to be, should be like here next week.
All right. Thank
you, Greg.
Well, Onalaska middle schoolers are planning for their futures with help from the Junior Achievement Program. The 8th graders are getting a chance to learn about different programs that Western Technical College can offer. They spent the morning rotating between different program presentations, and they also heard from different area speakers about local career options. A representative from Junior Achievement says 8th grade is the perfect time to start thinking about life after high school.
So this is a great age to get students engaged in what they want to do in their future and start getting the wheels turning on what might be a possible career pathway for them.
In addition to the career fair, the 8th graders also learned the difference between a debit and credit card, as well as how to succeed in an interview.
On Wednesday, the new Preston Veterans Home in Minnesota welcomed their first residents. The building was designed to look more like a home and less like your typical nursing home. Between 3 housing units, a total of 54 bedrooms are being offered to veterans. In order to live at the facility, patients need to require 24-hour supervision from a registered nurse. The home also features a dining hall, meditation room, salon, and much more. An administrator for the Preston Veterans Home says, as a veteran himself, it is great to see the project all set and done.
It's really neat to see the 10 veterans we have right now, how they just talk with each other about, you know, they're obviously different branches of the service, and just to hear some of their stories, it's just really neat.
2 more veteran homes will be added in Minnesota, one in Montevideo and Bemidji, where they will soon be welcoming their first residents. Well, coming up at 10, you'll hear from another staff member on the construction and planning process of the project.
Meantime, people with food allergies can now enjoy local baked goods. Omega Bakery in Holmen is a dedicated gluten-free bakery that also specializes in other allergy-free bakes. They opened back in September, and now that it's fully staffed, it's throwing a grand opening celebration. The bakery owner says when she developed a gluten allergy, she learned that regular bakeries just couldn't accommodate her.
No matter what you do, you can't really eliminate all the wheat flour from your facility. So I would still get sick. I'm very sensitive to cross contact. So I decided I'd figure out how to do it myself. I have made my own proprietary gluten-free mix of flours, and I can make baked goods taste like the normal thing.
Burns says the bakery has a very thorough resanitization process to avoid cross-contact of allergens between bakes. The best part, she says, Omega Bakery has all the baked goods a regular one does. Everything from bread and donuts to cookies and brownies.
A deadly shooting at a high school leaves presidential hopefuls talking about gun violence.
As we are days away from the Iowa caucuses, hear what Republican presidential leaders are saying right after this.
It's a robotic money expert.
Clever. How do I start a savings habit?
Famous cabbage.
Savings habit.
Shaving rabbits.
Tech can make life simpler, but when it comes to savings habits, nothing's as simple as BMO. A BMO savings account helps you build the habit with a cash reward every month you save.
Cash reward. Ingenious.
Sardine fest.
This year's top prize goes to BMO.
I'm just in it for the saving, but it's nice to be recognized.
BMO. Time is running out on southern Minnesota's biggest and best furniture sale, the huge New Year's sale at Drury's in Fountain. It's everything you've asked for, like 36-month special financing, store-wide sale prices, and free gas just for shopping. At Drury's, you'll save on the area's finest selection of quality brands like Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, and Daniels Amish, all at incredible savings. The New Year's sale at Drury's in Fountain, but you'll have to hurry. It all ends Monday at 8.
To everyone who appreciates a handcrafted meal, are you ready for a taste of Wisconsin?
Butterburger's cooked fresh, just the way you like.
The way you love.
Definitely love. And our thick and creamy frozen custard, we make it for you
all throughout the day. All day.
All day, every day. Put it in the extra work and not cutting corners. Takes a little longer.
But it's how we've always done it at Culver's. Because making your meal with care shows how much we care.
From Wisconsin with love.
Welcome to Delicious.
Cold weather and winter winds remind us that old windows and doors are not our friends. New windows and doors, expertly installed by certified installers, bring comfort, convenience, energy savings, and a great new look. Begin now in choosing just the right windows for your home. Order now and avoid the inevitable price increase in the new year. No worries about missing a promotion. The Board Store offers you the best possible price every day and any day. Contact us online or visit our showroom for a prompt free estimate on windows and doors or other home improvements.
The recent school shooting in Perry, Iowa put guns on the agenda for Republican presidential candidates just 10 days before the Iowa caucuses.
As Nikki Haley and Ron DeSantis are looking for any way to cut former President Trump's lead, Robert Costa has the story.
Gun violence is top of mind in Iowa, where there was the latest deadly school shooting just days ahead of the caucuses.
I think you want it to be instant background checks.
We could go and take away a certain kind of gun today,
and that would make you feel better today. But a week from now, there'd be another shooting. Instead, why don't we do the hard work and deal with the mental health?
Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former Ambassador Nikki Haley are scrambling to catch up to the frontrunner, former President Donald Trump, despite his mounting legal troubles.
We're putting the future of the Republican Party and the future of the nation, perhaps, in the hands of 12 jurors.
This comes as a new report from House Democrats says Trump received at least $7.8 million from foreign governments in payments to his businesses while in office. According to the report from 2017 to 2020, the government of China spent more than $5.5 million at Trump properties, including the Trump hotels in Las Vegas and Washington and New York.
I love China. The biggest bank in the world is from China. You know where their United States headquarters is located? In this building, in Trump Tower.
The Trump Organization has said it voluntarily donated proceeds from foreign governments to the Treasury Department, totaling more than $300,000, far lower than the millions the committee details in its report.
I have an admission to make.
Meanwhile, former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie is dismissing calls from rivals allies to drop out and released a new one-minute ad saying endorsing Trump in 2016 was a mistake.
Well, I was wrong.
President Biden is set to deliver a speech later today near Valley Forge, Pennsylvania, the historic Revolutionary War site, where he will mark 3 years since the deadly attack on the U.S. Capitol and argue forcefully that there are growing threats to American democracy, something that is emerging as a central theme in his re-election campaign. Robert Costa, CBS News, Washington.
South African Olympic runner Oscar Pistorius has been released from prison. In 2015, Pistorius shot his girlfriend through a locked bathroom door, thinking she was an intruder. Pistorius was sentenced to 11 years, but served just under 9 before being released on parole. He will live under strict parole conditions until the remainder of his sentence expires in December of 2029.
Coming up, what do you like on your charcuterie boards?
Well, you might want to double check your cured meats before putting out your platters this weekend. Why? After this.
And we've had quite a bit of cloud cover, but now a lot of snow, but this could change. We could be looking more like this come next weekend or the end of next week as several rounds of opportunity for accumulating snow are coming. I'll time all those out, see how much we may get and how cold those temperatures will get. All that coming up on your First Warn Weather Update after the break.
When the insurance company sees Bygoff and Rohde on the other side, they know they're in for a fight. It's your life, but it's our fight. And they know that if they're not being fair with us, they will find themselves in court, and that's how Bygoff and Rohde gets results for its clients.
Get away in your home with new upholstery from Black River Furniture Outlet. Shop our huge inventory of Ashley sectionals, sofas, and love seats. Great discounts on recliners and reclining furniture with power features like adjustable headrest, heat, or massage. Customize your feel with best home furnishings. Go smaller or go the beast. Upgrade to power or change fabrics. And if you need a lift, shop our full line of lift chairs. Plus, try out our latest hybrid, gel, and all foam mattresses on a new adjustable base. Family and veteran owned, Black River Furniture Outlet, Black River Falls.
Join today's shoppers as they explore Sweet Valley Artisans.
There's so many good things here. How do you pick just one?
You don't.
I've been looking for someone to hang in my garage. What about this? Or this?
Vintage clothing and accessories? Let's check it out. Have you found anything yet?
Yeah?
I'm getting hungry just looking at this. I know what you mean.
Stop in and find your treasure today.
Our hearing connects us with people, and when that bridge is broken, our job is to help people with that hearing loss and reconnect them back with their lives again. We really feel that better hearing is a better life.
Happy holidays from everyone at Better Hearing Center.
If you've been in a serious accident, you need a serious legal team. By Goff and Rohde is the Western Wisconsin powerhouse. Attorneys who won't settle for less than you deserve. Call By Goff and Rohde.
Thank you for watching News 8 Now. Expect more.
Today, the National Rifle Association of America announced Executive Vice President Wayne LaPierre is resigning. The group's leader will be stepping down on January 31st. An NRA executive will become the interim CEO and Executive Vice President. In a statement released by the NRA, LaPierre said he is proud of his work with the organization. This comes just days before his civil trial in a corruption case in the state of New York. The lawsuit seeks to dissolve the NRA, claiming it broke laws for nonprofit groups, took millions of dollars for personal use, and committed tax fraud.
Before getting ready for the end of regular season football this weekend, you may want to take a close look inside your fridge. More than 11,000 pounds of charcuterie meat products are being recalled by Bussetto Foods. Items in question include samplers with prosciutto and dry coppa and are alleged to be tainted with salmonella. 24 cases in 14 states are being investigated, including at least one case in Wisconsin. People who eat foods contaminated with salmonella can suffer from numerous ailments, including fever and vomiting.
Boy, okay, well, let's send it over to Chief Meteorologist because we do have some snow and cold temps coming our way.
Yeah, we have some snow this weekend. Temperatures still fairly mild, above average this weekend, but then things do change next week. I think we're going to get really back into the heart of really winter, especially as we head towards the coldest, typically the coldest part of the year. But for tomorrow morning, tonight we'll see a little bit of snow, mainly north towards Ladysmith. Other areas, not too much. I think there will be a brief period tomorrow morning, but we might see some snow across southern areas, especially east, come across. Once again, very light snow, not expecting any amount of accumulation, but if you're traveling out there, you might see it. Eventually this area begins to expand, but then it pushes further east of the area as we get closer to 9 or 10. Ladysmith may still see it towards the afternoon hours and potentially could see it all day a little bit. Otherwise, other areas might see a little bit of sun in the afternoon as temperatures climb above freezing. And then we're going to track the next wave of snow that'll be coming to the west. That won't be till Saturday night, so we'll still see Saturday evening mainly cloudy conditions, but once again, a few breaks still in the area, and then we'll see that begin to approach here. That is associated with a cold front that'll be coming through. As we kind of go through, we can see that front that's going to eventually come up right there. It's going to slide across the area Saturday night to early Sunday. It will fall apart, but it will have a little bit of snow to go with it, so we might see some snow come Saturday night, early Sunday. The second half of Sunday actually doesn't look too bad. We should start seeing some sun in the afternoon with a north wind behind it, and then all eyes will begin to appear on the system that'll be approaching from the south. As you see it come right into the picture there towards Nebraska. That is the one that we've been tracking for Monday and Tuesday, but you'll start off Monday probably dry with that system still well to the southwest. For snow amounts this weekend, not a lot. Most areas under ½ of an inch, but once again, 2 rounds we're going to kind of see. Better shot as you go further north of US 8, probably where we could see some issues maybe on roads tonight and Saturday. Otherwise, other areas will probably be wet during the day. Maybe you'll have some issues at night if we get any moisture because the temperatures will go below freezing. So we're looking at that. For next week, the system, the main impact still remains to the south, but we got several ones coming up after that. This is the one to the south, still keeping the heaviest amount of snow. This is for 3 inches in 24 hours. To the south to northern Illinois, maybe far southeast Wisconsin. That goes for about Tuesday morning. And then we got another one coming, but that'll be more like Thursday. That comes across from the west. Still low chances right now, but that could change since it's that far out. And then we have a third one potentially behind that I didn't show. That comes Saturday. Temperatures, this is something we haven't seen a lot this winter. Is there's going to be a lot of blue that's going to start showing up from the west as we go through Tuesday and Wednesday. The bulk of the cold air for the first half of the week stays to the west because we'll be dealing with cloud cover, occasional cloud cover, and some precipitation. But notice the temperatures 25, 30 below out to the plains, so we're looking for sub-zero temperatures. Eventually that could get to our area as we go towards next weekend or the following week. So it is going to be turning colder and more chances for snow. But for tonight, upper 20s, still fairly mild overnight. A few flurries to the north or light snow as you go closer to Ladysmith. Otherwise, most areas will stay dry. A brief period of some light snow for some of the areas tomorrow morning. May continue in the afternoon for areas closer to Ladysmith and US 8. Otherwise, temperatures getting up into the mid-30s for most locations. So still, overall, we'll see drier conditions for Sunday after we have that little bit of snow come Saturday night. And then Monday, for the most part, at least the first half looks dry, and then we'll watch the snow come in the picture Monday into Tuesday. Once again, the bulk of the heaviest stays to the south, but we have more opportunities Thursday, maybe Saturday, more for some light snow. Once again, if you don't get a lot, but this kind of could be a bad situation where you have 1, 2, 3 where there's just light snow because you just can't clear the roads as much as you would like to, especially with the temperatures dropping.
For sure.
So once again, you got travel plans next week. Just stay attention to the forecast.
Okay.
Thanks, Greg. Coming up next in sports, the wrestling mat taking center stage for the second straight week in downtown La Crosse. Plus, it's all on the line for the Packers on Sunday. Playoff spot at stake against the rival Bears. Rob is up next.
The Board Store Home Improvements family wishes you a Happy New Year. Visit soon to plan your 2024 home improvement project. It's never too early to dream.
Ashley's New Year's sale is going on now. Right now, shop Hot Buys for every room of your home and shop new collections with 0% interest through January 2029, in-store only. Celebrate and save today, only at Ashley.
Craving authentic Mexican flavors? Look no further than Señor Villa. At Señor Villa, we bring the taste of Mexico to your table every day. Join us for our unbeatable $5 lunch specials packed with flavor and value. And don't miss our nightly specials where the fiesta never ends. Señor Villa, where great food meets great value. Visit us today. Señor Villa, the taste of Mexico you've been craving.
Has your pet been diagnosed with a cruciate ligament injury or torn ACL? Forget the inconvenience of travel and expense to a university. Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics in Holmen specializes in knee reconstruction using the TPLO. This is a gold standard that's been used by veterinarians for over 40 years and provides the strongest fixation in ACL repair. Fetch made possible, one knee at a time. Contact Dr. Mark Hine at Wisconsin Veterinary Orthopedics today.
Resolution to get better sleep this new year with a new mattress from Ashley with 0% interest through January 2029 on in-store mattress purchases. Get 50% off select Sealy mattresses or 25% off select Ashley sleep mattresses only at Ashley.
Covering all of the exciting action from your community, here's News 8 Now's Rob Schiff.
In less than 48 hours, the Packers take the field for their biggest game of the season against rival Chicago. It's either going to be Green Bay's last or it's going to be a party for the Packers as they celebrate a postseason berth. Either way, the team is dealing with a slew of injuries as they head into the final Sunday of the regular season. As for the receiving core, the guys are banged up, most notably rookie Jayden Reed and second-year receiver Christian Watson. As of today, both wideouts were listed as questionable for Sunday's game at Lambeau, but the expectation is for both of these guys to play on Sunday come game time. As for A.J. Dillon, he has been ruled out for Sunday along with Rudy Ford. Kickoff is scheduled for 3:25 right here on CBS. For the second straight weekend, wrestling taking center stage in downtown La Crosse. Last weekend, we had the Bi-State Classic, and now it's time for the Clash. Teams from all over the country making their way to La Crosse this weekend. GET and Aquinas will both be there, along with teams from Minnesota, Iowa, Missouri, Arizona, even California. We'll have some of the highlights tonight as well at 10. Got a jam-packed night of high school hoops tonight. Big Cooley Conference clash at Luther High. On the girls' side, the Lady Knights hosting West Salem. In the MVC, the Central boys are at home tonight hosting Holman, and Aquinas is on the road in Sparta. The La Crescent girls are at home tonight. Lancers hosting St. Charles. And not pictured on the screen, the North Crawford boys are undefeated this season so far. The Trojans are at home hosting Waniwak Center. We'll have all those highlights at 10. On the pro hardwood, the T-Wolves will try to snap their 2-game skid tonight on the road in Houston. Minnesota's coming off of back-to-back losses to the Knicks and Pelicans, but despite that, the team is still 15 games over 500. T-Wolves still have the best record in the West at 24-9, 1 game ahead of OKC. And finally, a couple months ago, La Crosse was the first city to announce a collegiate summer softball team is on the way, and now you can add Madison to the list. The capital city is currently home to the Mallards of the Northwoods League, and now they'll have softball as well in the summer.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Yeah, they're doing the same thing that La Crosse is doing with picking the name, having the community pick the name. I don't want to put you on the spot of what a good name for Madison would be. Maybe you can think about that and have one for 10.
Yeah.
Did La Crosse get a name for
I don't think they've announced it
softball?
yet. No,
oh, okay.
They were down to 4. I forgot right now what the 4 were. But
yeah.
They're kind of getting closer to a name.
I'm still for Lumberjanes.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's
okay, it's all starting to come back to me now.
You know what? I like this look.
Yeah.
I just pointed out. I had to. Elephant in the room.
Jacketless.
Yeah.
I like it. Little
Yeah, we
casual
had
Friday.
a little wardrobe mishap, and Rob has been giving me his jacket, so
Great.
props to
looks
Rob.
good on both of us.
It happens. Okay.
Thanks, Rob.
All right, more news after this.
Join the conversation at facebook.com/news8000. Or you can always find us at news8000.com.
At Blaine's Farm and Fleet, we get you equipped with quality tools and project supplies because we get you. Whether you're a hardworking pro or an ambitious DIYer, we get you what you need to get the job done. Right now, save on 80-piece Milwaukee bit sets, $24.99. This Craftsman propane heater, only $89.99. Plus, trade in any used power or hand tool for exclusive trade-in savings on select DeWalt tools and accessories. We get you what you need because we get you. At Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Thousands of our heroes face the difficult choice between keeping their heat and power on or facing homelessness. 21,000 Wisconsin veterans are living below the poverty line, many impacted by physical or mental health challenges. Wisconsin loses 3 veterans to suicide every week. Together, our mission is to provide all struggling Wisconsin veterans with a critical survival safety net that keeps them safely in their homes. You can make a real difference by providing a donation to the Wisconsin Heat and Housing for Heroes initiative, with 95 cents of every dollar donated going directly to those right here in your community. Help by visiting www.heatforheroes.org. or by calling 1-800-891-9276. That's 800-891-9276.
All right, tomorrow we'll have a little bit of snow maybe in the morning for La Crosse, a little sun, maybe 2, and then cloud cover will increase as we go further on. Otherwise, Eau Claire, same story. Once again, we could see some sun, but some snow also in the morning, and then another opportunity for snow comes Saturday night. And then next week gets more interesting as we go on.
Okay, we could see some sun though this weekend. That's good.
Yep, a little bit. It's a plus.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us at 6.
We'll see you at 10.